All right. Oh, it didn't say recording. Okay, that's cool. Make sure you guys can hear me. Mute, unmuted. Microphone's on, check. Okay, let's get started. We'll come into our mountain pose, either seated on our chair or standing with about hip distance between our feet, opening up across our chests and letting go of our morning. Bringing our awareness to our breath. Just breathing. We can use our breath to stretch our chest muscles, to increase our lung capacity. Breathing all on your own. You can use your chest or your breath to strengthen your core. So when we breathe in, we relax and soften the belly. And when we breathe out, we draw the navel in, the sides of the belly, the pelvic floor up, and then inhale, softening again. Exhale, strengthening the core. Inhale, softening and stretching across our chest. So it might not look like we're doing much to someone else that's watching, but we're doing a lot is going on right now in our bodies as we breathe. And we're giving our mind a little break by bringing our complete awareness to our breath, to our body in this moment. And we'll start to move through our flowing mountain. Inhale, sweeping our arms up. Exhale, bringing our hands back down towards our sides. Pressing into the earth as we continue to flow. One breath for one move. On a full inhale to come up and a full exhale to bring the hands back towards the sides. If we're feeling any anxiety or stress today, focusing on lengthening our exhales, making it just a little bit longer than our inhales. Perhaps touching our thumbs together up at the top. Few more flowing mountains. On our next flowing mountain, let's keep it all the way up. Bring our palms together at the top and do a little tip over to one side, like a crescent moon. Reach up and lengthen and over to the other side. Up and lengthen. We'll bring our hands back to our sides, taking our right foot back, turning our toes towards the long edge of our mats or also towards the walls in some fashion. For moonflowers, space between our feet, big breath up as we inhale and exhale, bending our elbows, bending our knees, sitting back onto an imaginary bench behind us. Flowing all on your own, inhaling as we straighten up, exhale as we bend. Closing our eyes, and again, bringing some attention to your core, to your center. We're taking care of those knees. We don't want to go back down too far. We'll keep our knees tracking towards the middle of our feet, shifting our hips back. A few more breaths. You can turn this into a moonflower, or sorry, sunflower, or stay where we are. The sunflower, same thing. We bend the knees, reach towards the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your knees and reach towards the mat. Inhale, straighten and come back up. All on your own, moving with your own breath at your own pace. Honoring your body in this moment and reminding ourselves we are where we are on our healing journey, on our fitness journey. Enjoy this hour. Last one. We'll come all the way up. Look at the front of our mat and sweep all the way up. Inhale, bringing our arms up. Feet into our mountain feet and exhale into airplane. Halfway down, let's start that warm up for the backs of our legs. Inhaling up, exhaling halfway down. Lengthening through your spine. Closing your eyes at any point during the practice to really stay aware of where you are. Feel the air on your skin as your arms move through. Maybe noticing the wind out in our day today, playing with our hair. Last one of our flowing airplanes. Let's turn this into a flowing chair. Exhale, bending the elbows, bend the knees, bring it up and slide it back. Awesome, amazing. Keep on flowing, honoring your knees, or keeping your hands right at your heart if you are taking care of your shoulders today. Good. We can stay with our flowing chair or turn it into a full flowing forward fold, hinging down and then sweeping all the way up, all on your own. If you're taking care of your back, or maybe you get dizzy, we'll only go about halfway down. So we'll close our eyes and do about 5 more of those. Good work. All the way up into our mountain extended. Let's clasp our hands together and lift up onto the toes. Heels go down, hands come in front of us, separate the shoulders. Inhale, lift it up again, up to our toes. Exhale, fold. Oh, 5 more of those. Inhale as we lift up. Exhale down. Getting ready for the slippery season. Getting some balance. Last one. I fell right behind my car today. Big thing of ice. I said to race after. I'll hold it up here. I'll tell you the story. Put our heels down because I tucked Race into his car seat and then I went around, fell flat on my backside on the back. And I said, if I ever put you in your car seat and I don't come back, you're gonna have to like get out of this car and come find me, go get the neighbor. It was crazy. It was just like glare ice. So you don't see it. So we'll work on our balance today, pressing into both feet. Back up. Let's bring our hands back behind us. Open up across our chest. And then forward fold. Let our head be heavy. But if you're taking care again, not going down as far, or maybe holding it up and just finding a nice reach behind you, that'll strengthen your back muscles. Breathe. And we'll release. Come all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, take our right hand down towards the mat. So it's pressing and our left ear going towards our left shoulder. Yeah. And then if you want to, you can have the weight of your hand here on your head or not. Or you can just like gravity stretch your neck as you push away. Gravity is good. Keeps us grounded. Lift it up, other side. We push. With almost like the pad of your thumb is pushing away and your right ear towards your right shoulder as you're pressing with your left hand. So strengthening and lengthening here. And if you want to, we bring that hand up here or just gravity. Great. We'll release the hand, lift the head up nice and tall, bring our hands to our shoulders and tuck our chin. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. So you can close your eyes here to challenge your balance, pressing into both of your feet. Bless you. And then we'll hold it forward, some space between our elbows, lifting up, back and down. So separate, lift shoulder blades, and then slide them back down towards your spine. A few more of those, inhaling and exhaling as you go back. Last one. We'll be moving on to our sun breath. And release. Shake it out, tuck our thumbs in, take a little rotation through our wrists. I can't quite get the volume correct for you guys today without yelling. Oh, that feels good. And then we'll go the other way. Wonderful. Let's come up towards the tops of our mats, somewhere around there, to make our way into our sun breath. Actually, I'm sorry, we forgot our cat and cow. We got to warm up our spines a little bit more. So either you can go down onto all fours for your cat and cow, you can sit on your chair, or you can be seated, or you can be standing. So cat pose standing, we tuck the tail under and move into cat, separate the shoulders, that chin comes in, and then we open up into cow, elbows wrap around the rib cage, and then the opposite of that. If you're on your chair, again, same kind of thing. One vertebrae at a time, honoring your body where it is today. Or we're down on all fours, or even your fists for wrists if you're taking care of your wrists today. About 4 more rounds of our cat and cow, and then we'll be moving to spinal balance, either standing, seated, or on all fours. We'll hold in our mountain pose or our all fours. For our spinal balance, reaching your left arm forward. And if you're on all fours, your right foot back. If you're standing, we're like here, like a marching soldier. Bring it down. Other sides will start to march. Or you're on all fours, extending opposite hand and foot. Close your eyes, let go of any competition today. Well, closing your eyes if you're standing is a bit of a challenge. Sorry, girls. Close your eyes if you're on all fours, closer to the ground. We'll hold it now, one arm, one foot out, and bring the elbow to knee, either underneath your body, or if you're standing, you're standing. Extension, and other side. We're reaching, and then bringing elbow across to knee, maybe with our chair, back up. So if you're on all fours, you'll push back to a downward facing dog, take your time getting there, and then we'll move your way up to a standing position. You can walk your feet up between your hands or one foot at a time. And we meet back in our mountain pose. Wonderful. Let's do a sun breath or two. Big breath up. Exhale halfway into airplane. Inhale again. Nice big sun. Reach up for the sun. All the way fold or stop halfway again. Halfway lift, or we come halfway up. And then we fold again. Sweeping all the way up. Inhale, feel the sun. Exhale to chair. Back up, breathe in with a little back bend. And then our mountain pose. Let's do it again. Inhale, nice circle sweep. Exhale, halfway to start. Back up, breathe in. You can go halfway again or go all the way down, breathe out. Halfway lift, so we flatten out our back, strengthen our core, fold again. Sweep up, inhale. Find your chair pose, exhale. Back up, breathe in. Little back bend, sorry, and mountain. Let's do a few more. Go all on your own or do a sun salutation. We go up, halfway down, all the way up. Big, beautiful fold, softening our knees, halfway lift, strengthening our core. Folding again, breathing out. Sweeping up, pressing into both of our feet. Chair pose, breathing out. Back up, little back bend if that feels okay. And mountain. Few more. Inhale, sweep to sky. Exhale, airplane again, or going at your own pace, or even doing your own sun salutation. Forward folds. Halfway up. Fold again. Sweep to sky, press to the feet. We want to anchor to that earth. Exhale to chair. Big breath with a back bend. And mountain pose. Let's do one more. Go at your own pace. Sweep up, dive and fold. You can close your eyes or keep them open. Halfway up. Fold again. Oh, I think I forgot airplane. Good job, guys. You know it better than I do. All the way back up. We'll meet in our chair pose. All the way back up. Back bend and mountain. Let's bring our hands back behind us today, supporting our lower back, or bringing your fists in towards those little dimples in your back and drawing the elbows towards each other, stretching our chest. This is standing camel. Depends on how your neck feels. You could add a little look up, but you don't have to. If you're taking care of your neck, Keep it safely in line with your chest. Amazing job. And release. Let those shoulders come out a little bit. So we're going to twist our chair today, and that will involve potentially stepping back into a lunge at the same, well, somewhat around the same time. You'll see what I mean when we get there. I'll give you a little preview. So we'll have our twist, and whatever side we're holding on to, we're going to step back with the other foot for our twist. And then we'll go to the other side and we'll step back. But you could straighten, step back, lunge. We'll do both of those. So that seems like something that might be funner with a chair. You put your chair up at the top of your mat. All right. Let's take our feet together for twisted or revolved chair pose. Bend our knees and shift our weight back, hands to heart. This is where that chair can be really helpful for you, or even a block up at the top of your mat. If you do have a block, you might want to use it there. Few breaths. We're strengthening our legs today as we anchor to the earth, stepping peacefully on the earth, but with good connection. Let's reach up, a little back bend if that feels okay. And we'll come back in to our chair, maybe a bit deeper this time, maybe not. If you'd like to add your twist, right hand towards the left side of your body, and the other hand can go on your back. You can lead with your shoulder to open up your twist, or right forearm to across your legs, and that arm up, or palms together, our twisted arms, or hand to mat or floor. Whew. All right, so we'll be stepping our right foot back into your lunge. See, once you get there, it's like, you got to really engage that core, step it back, and we're in our twisted lunge. Let's think of that right thigh muscle of yours, that quadricep hugging the kneecap. Now we'll untwist and come into a regular lunge. Our left glutes feeling fantastic. Absolutely loves every minute of the work that you're giving it. Hands to hips, but we'll give it a little rest. We'll draw our right foot in, straighten out this leg. Hinge at the hips. So our left foot, your left foot is forward, your right foot is back. And we're hinging into a pyramid pose to kind of stretch out this hip now and this glute. You could have hands on your chair, hands on a couple blocks, hands on your hips. So many options. Hands back behind you in chest expansion. Or hands to the floor. Your hands are your choice for your pyramid. Wonderful. Moving to warrior 3, let's bring the weight onto your left front foot. Take the weight off the back foot and choose to lift into your warrior 3 with your chair, without your chair, toe up or down. Do what works for you, but all at the same time, lengthening that spine. We're gazing in front of our mat. Forward fold, let that backside release. And we will be bending our right knee slightly in our forward fold to stretch out our left glute. So right knee's bending, our left leg's still pretty straight. And if you want to, reach your left arm up. So right knee bends, right hand's towards the floor of the chair, right hand lifts up. Stretching out that glute that we worked really nicely. You're welcome, glute. Okay, forward fold. Walk our feet together, our knees together. We'll lift up into a mountain as we press into both of our feet, maybe a little back bend, reaching our arms up. And then sitting into our chair pose. We'll do that same sequence on the other side. Lifting our hearts, breathing. We'll look at our knees, make sure that maybe we see our toes, and that helps us to shift our weight back. Let's straighten out before we hold it for a real long time. Little back bend and come back in. And now here comes our twist. Left hand to right leg, right hand to the lower back. Nice and strong on your low back. Or forearms come down across the knees. Or that left elbow goes over to the right knee and you bring your palms together for a twist. Or left hand to mat, for your twist. You can feel our quads loving us. And now we step our left foot back into our twisted or revolved lunge position. Our back heel is high, our right knee is bending. Rise up to a regular lunge. Whew. Now your right glute should be feeling all the love. Bring the hands to our hips. We'll slide our left foot in, put the heels down, reach the hips back and the head forward into our pyramid. And choose if you want to hang out on your chair for a little while, your block, hands to the mat, or reaching back. Wherever you are, we're working towards straightening our legs without locking our knees, lengthening our spines, breathing freely, right? Using that breath as an anchor. All right, time for our warrior three, taking the weight onto the right foot, lifting up the back foot into our warrior three, where our chair could be a really good help here, or our block. And forward fold. Take your time. That's a long sequence. We held our poses. So we're in our forward fold. Now this time, bending your left knee. And if you want to, your left hand will be on the floor or the block, and your right arm will reach up into a twist, but it'll stretch nicely your left glute or your hip. Breathe. And let's forward fold again. Exhale. Amazing job. Bending our knees, rising up into chair. I promise this is the last one. Just coming halfway up and all the way up. Inhale. Regular mountain feet, so some space between them. Wonderful. Let's do a standing cat and cow to warm up our spine again. So exhaling into our cat, inhaling into our cow. Should feel nice. Last one. Rising up. All right. Let's go on to a couple warriors. We haven't done any warriors yet. Our right foot's forward and our left foot's going back. Warrior two. So heel goes down, hips open up towards the long edge of your mat, and we open up our hands. Softening through our shoulders. You're bending your right knee, but pressing into both of your feet like you wanted maybe to stretch your mat down the center. We can bring our chin to look down our right shoulder. Breathe. Strong pelvis, strong core with the breath. A little bit of core flow now. We'll go into a side angle, right elbow to your knee or not. It could be down to the floor, and your left arm will reach long towards me. We're going to flow between the two, using the sides of our body now to lift us all the way up and reach with the other hand back into reverse warrior and then back. So let's flow. Exhaling as you're reaching towards me. Inhaling as you're opening up across the right side of your body. Imagine your obliques, so the sides of your torso lifting you and slowly lowering you. Breathe. We'll be holding it up in our reverse warrior. So our right arm is reaching up, our right knee is bending. Breathe. Listen to the body. Take care of any injuries that we might be having today or limitations. Wonderful. We'll bring those hands to our hips. Straighten out our right leg. We'll do triangle before we go into horse stance. Horse today. So right hand reaches forward and we hinge down onto our triangle pose. A softness in our knee. You can modify by bringing your feet a little bit closer together. You can hang out or help your shoulder by tucking your top arm back behind you. Whatever works. Or our chair. Wonderful. Let's lift it up. So lifting our torso, turning our right toes towards the long edge of our mat, maybe adjusting that back foot as well. Horse stance. So I'll show it to you and then you can get into it. So nice wide squat with eagle arms and we hinge forward. So you can do whichever side you want for your first eagle arm, maybe your left elbow under your right. Breathe. Horse stance. So the knees are bending only as much as it feels good for you. Could be looking at our forearms. Now, if this doesn't feel nice for your eagle arms, just give yourself a hug. Just grab your shoulders. We'll bring our hands to our knees and help ourselves up, straightening out our legs, reaching our hands in opposite directions. Breathe like a star. Pressing into both of your feet. They're active, they're strong as we reach in opposite directions with the hands. Amazing. Bending our knees, coming back to horse stance, the other side, right elbow going under your left, whichever one you didn't. Either give yourself a nice hug here or move into eagle arms, flattening out our backs. Our core is strong. As much of a bend as we want in our legs. Hands come to our knees. Let's lift up. Whew. Straighten out. Walk our feet together and step our toes back up to the front of the room. Let's flow to get those shoulders warmed up again. Or if you need a drink or anything like that, of course, go right ahead anytime. We might have done camel pose, but we're not camels. We need water. We'll flow into airplane and then flow into chair. A few more of those. Just catch your breath again. If you've lost focus of it, check in. Let go of any judgment. Amazing. So I think we're going to do some strengtheners for our arms. So I just want to make sure everyone has a wall nearby for push-ups on the wall without coming down onto the mat. So I think we all have our own walls where we can remain our 6 feet apart. Christine, I'm trying to think where you can go. Come right here on this lady here, and I'll go here. Unless you don't want to be in the camera. Okay. Okay, there, yeah, you can go behind the desk. No, just go there. You're gonna use that one? Yeah, I don't need my mat. Just so we don't have to do our push-ups on the ground. We're good. Everyone looks fabulous. Okay. We didn't want to be on camera, guys. Okay, so we're coming up to our wall and we're stepping slightly away from the wall. Our elbows will turn towards each other. Our elbow creases, sorry, the creases of your elbow, not your pointy part of your elbow. And slowly lower your forearms down onto the wall. And then push back up. Lowering up and down, strengthening our triceps. Breathing. The further away you are from your wall, the more challenging this could become for you. Amazing. All right, so without putting too much pressure on our wrists, we'll walk our feet in a little bit closer. Forearms go to the wall and we look up at the ceiling for a Cobra Pose at the wall. Breathe. Stepping back now and moving into a downward dog at the wall. So now our chest opens up towards the floor. We're stretching the backs of our legs. Great job. Arms are getting nice and warm. Let's look up between the hands and do a few more of those tricep work. Forearms to the wall, pushing off. Holy mackerel. This is tough, okay? When we come back to our looking at our hands, arms are straight. We'll walk our feet a bit closer. Forearms to the wall and look up at the ceiling for our Cobra at the wall. Stretching our backs. Push it all the way back and just step your right foot back now. Pushing into that wall if you want to, or rising up into a lunge. I'm going to show you a modification for pyramid, or what's it called? Warrior 3 without that leg up. So you'll step both of your legs relatively far from the wall and walk your hands down and try to make a little L with your body. Softening our knees. So not quite as much as a downward dog, but a chest opener nonetheless. We'll look up between the hands, walk our hands back up, walk it a little bit closer, and one more little Cobra back bend in the other direction. Beautifully done. And let's make our way back to our mats. Our triceps should be feeling lovely. Take your time. We'll stretch out our tricep by bringing our right elbow up, over and across to the back. So we're trying to reach towards our shoulder or the middle of our back somewhere. You can close your eyes and bring it back to you. And the other side, reaching the other elbow up, stretching our tricep out. And release it. Roll our shoulders around. We're making our way down onto a seated position. Take your time. You want to use your chair to step one foot back and then the other. Take a little seat. Sweep our feet around to the front. We got some boats, wide boat, and a pike boat, all as an option for our balance and our core today. So you may need to create a little bit of space. Make sure you can anchor down into the earth. Some hip distance between our feet, and we lift up nice and long. One hair, I tried to cut my own bangs yesterday. Oh God. Okay, shift back, open across the heart. And here's where we can add in what feels right for our body in the moment. You can stay right here, close your eyes, enjoy your boat. Enjoy being able to breathe in your boat. Or you can lift your feet up and check in there. Maybe enjoy your boat at this stage. Hands can be on or off our legs. And if anyone wants to do a pike today, we'll reach for our left calf first, straighten out. Make sure that you are not going to be in any danger of falling back onto something that isn't your mat. Do the other side. 4 foot down, or you're just breathing in your boat. Let's all take a break from our boat. Come forward, give yourself a hug. Tuck your chin a little bit. Amazing job. All right, then we lift it up again. And if we want to go into our wide boat, we've got 2 options. Butterfly, stretching our inner thighs, or peace fingers to our big toes, or hands to our ankle, shift back. Find our balance and then extend and open into wide boat, or you just stay here in butterfly and stretch your legs. So wide boat, this way you want to make sure you're not going to fall back for that one. All right, let's all go to our butterfly, soles of our feet together and a little hinge forward. Good. Lots of length through our spine. We can find a little hinge forward. Oops. There we go. Stretching our hips. We'll lift up our chest, walk our feet forward, lengthen through our spine, big, beautiful breath up, and find a little hinge forward for our forward fold. Turning our toes up towards the ceiling, stretching the backs of our legs, honoring where you are, closing your eyes and lengthening your spine. Every exhalation, an opportunity to let go of any nagging thoughts. Let's walk those hands back up. Wonderful. Take our left knee up. We're moving on to our cradle the baby and a little twist. So that left knee can go out, or you can cradle your baby's head with your hand and your foot. So this foot is really strongly flexed, and you'll notice when you let go of that flex, your knee's not as strong as when it is flexed. You can do this one or bring it a little bit closer into the body and put our foot into our elbows, or a variation of both, maybe an elbow around this one, a wrist, or you're here. All of those positions will stretch out your leg. Wherever we are, we'll find some length up through our spine. We'll let the shoulders go down from the ears. Our baby. It could feel good for you if you wanted to rock a little bit, and it might not. Amazing. So let's put that foot down on the outside or the inside of your other knee. Lift up through the crown of the head and find our twist. Our right elbow going up and around this left leg, or you can walk that elbow to the outside of your knee. If anyone wants to try their heron pose today, straightening your left leg, reaching for it with your right hand and reaching back. I might have only done this one on, oh no, I think we've done this. If you haven't been here for a while, we added this one in this fall, heron. Choose your twist, honor your spine. Let's bring our hand down. If it's not down, bring our chin and chest around. Take the knee out now, and a one-legged forward fold. So we bring that knee in, look towards our front foot and hinge forward. Blocks can be really helpful. Like to work on more of one side of your back, we could bring our left hand over to the right side of our leg. And feel a deeper stretch down that left side of your body. Lovey, lovey, love it. Okay, bring it back, walk it up. Help this knee in, extend that leg, draw this other leg in for our cradle the baby on this side. So we want to support our knee at all times and choose for that hand to go around our foot, or you keep the foot down. Elbow, wrap around your baby's head, but keep our foot nice and flexed and strong. Closing our eyes and enjoying our version of the pose, whatever it may be in this moment. Softening our shoulders, lengthening our necks. Wonderful. We'll take that your right foot onto the outside or the inside of your opposite leg, sitting up tall again, and then choosing just the hand to guide you across. Maybe it's that full left arm going towards your right leg or the elbow to the outside. So we're twisting towards your right leg. Softening our eyes, our jaws. And if it feels okay for today, you can try our heron pose, straightening out that right leg, reaching for it with our left hand and the right arm going back, or stay in that delicious twist, wherever it may be. Really great for your organs, getting everything moving, working. Love it. Few more breaths, really feel the pose. Notice where your body is carrying tension and try to let go of it. Good. We'll bend that knee again. Drop that right foot onto the inside of your left leg. Turn our left toes up and hinge forward into our forward fold with one leg, or walk that right hand over to the outside of your left calf and find a slightly different sensation down the left side or right side of your body. Listening to any areas that don't feel good today, noticing them without judgment, and making sure to honor them. Wonderful. Walk it all the way up. We've got a wide leg forward fold. We'll take the toes out wide and hinge forward. So some modifications, of course. You could hold onto your legs and use your body to reach your chest forward. Trying to hinge at our hips. Keeping our spine long and strong and stable. Awesome. Getting too close to our favorite part of class. Well, if you weren't here before, last year, we used to have neck massages, which we're not allowed to do anymore. When can we start that again? I love that too. All right, let's lift it up. Take our hands under our knees. Time to roll on back. So make sure that you've got some space available to you to roll back and draw our knees into chest. We'll take that delicious rock side to side. So wonderful. So nice for our lower back. Amazing. All right. We'll move into our bridge pose, pressing the soles of our feet down into the earth. So they're a foot or two from your back sides. And then we press down into both of our feet to slowly lift our spine up off the mat. Open across our chests, where we could choose to have maybe a block slide under our lower back, clasping our hands together. So many modifications, reaching for your heels with your hands, whatever works. We have our head free of any weight. All of the weight of our body in our 2 feet and our shoulder blades. We'll come back down for a breath or two. Take the knees into chest. We're going to go back up to a bridge in a minute. Let's do our happy baby and then we'll come back to our bridge. We'll find some space between our knees. They'll come to the outsides of our bellies, and our soles of our feet could start to look up towards the top of the roof. And this is where we can choose what we want to do with our hands. We can hold on to the backs of our legs, the outsides of our feet, or the insides, peace fingers to big toes. Rocking or not rocking, totally up to you. letting go of your morning, giving this gift of awareness, breath, and gratitude to your body, right? Working out because we love our bodies. Let's draw those knees back together. Take the soles of the feet back down onto the mat, and we'll lift back up to our bridge. Where for today, trying to release some of the tension in our glutes and our bridge today. So if you have a tendency to do a lot of squeezing of your glutes to help lift you up, try to release a little bit of that tension so that it goes more into the torso, the core, the quads, the lower legs. It's hard to release that tension. You don't have to release all of it. And then slowly lower again. Let's take just our left knee into our belly, somewhere around there, holding onto the back of our leg if that feels okay, stretching our back here. You can have your right leg either straight down on your mat or that knee bent. Check in with the low back. Let's make some small rotations with our left ankle. Getting our ankles ready for the ice and going the other way. Ready to react. And switching sides now for that back stretch. Either extending that full leg long or keeping the knee bent, whatever works for you. Ankle rotations, keeping the joints healthy and lubricated. One way and then the other. Big, beautiful breath. Moving to our twist, drawing that right knee all the way across to the left side of your body. Over to that left side to move into our twist here. Our shoulder blades come down onto the mat. Block is really helpful underneath your knee here so that you can anchor your shoulder blades down. Breathe, feel, and listen. Really let that twist be felt by your spine. We'll untwist ourselves. Extend the right leg down onto the mat. Draw the left knee in. And then slowly bring it across the body. Working towards going right to the outside of that right hip. So you might need to lift and shift slightly. And honoring the shoulder blades, bringing them towards the mat. Maybe a block under our knee. Noticing the difference in the sides of our body and knowing that's totally normal. You are not alone. Wonderful. All right, let's bring it back. Knees come into our chest. We take our one last rock side to side. If there's another pose that maybe you feel like doing today, a favorite of yours, you can move into that pose now, or that asana, or we'll move into our Shavasana. All right, feet are going to extend nice and long, perhaps a block or a bolster going under your knees, or the chair under your knees, making any modifications today. If you would like to put a sweater on, socks on. Oh yes, I can turn it off for you. Settle in. Let that weight of your body melt down. adjusting anything to get comfortable. Oh, you beat me to it, Bernie. If anyone would like an eye cover, you can raise your hand. I can bring you one. You're all good. We'll settle in. You can find some length in our necks by tucking our chin slightly towards our chest. Might involve lifting your head a little bit. In a position where you can relax, where you can feel your body and appreciate the weight of your body here in this moment, pressing and being held by the earth. A silent meditation today, sometimes those are nice. If the mind wanders away, bring it back. Notice that it wandered. That's okay. That's the first step to awareness. And bring it back to breathing. The softening of the belly as we inhale. Feeling the weight of our body sink down. We'll start to notice the air as it enters our body, filling us up, and using that exhale to release any last bits of tension in the chest, the shoulders. Noticing the outside sounds, noticing the light of the room, the earth beneath your body. We'll start to move our hands and our ankles, our fingers and our toes, noticing all 10 toes, all 10 fingers. Really noticing how they're doing today. And then our wrists, moving onto our wrists. Our heads moving side to side. If we've got our knees bent, we can move our knees side to side. For you, Bernie. Waking up our hips and our back. And then stretching from our fingers to our toes. So reaching long behind our head. A nice long stretch down the front of our body. We worked our core great today. And then we'll make our way over onto one side. You can move over onto using your arm as a pillow. Check in with your breath there again. And then slowly and in your own time, making our way up to our easy seated position. Anchored down into our mat. Some softness in our faces, our jaws. Let's take a deep breath up. And bring our hands to our heart center. So a few more breaths in, filling up with peace, with strength, with whatever it might be for you today. Exhaling to your heart. One more. Thank you for practicing with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your week or day. Namaste. I'll see you guys next week, or I'll see Bernie often. You and my Bernie. Bye, ladies online. Have a good day.